Today I'm remembering a lovely woman, Elsie, who was a family friend who participated in my documentary and who passed away on Boxing Day. My family met Elsie for the first time about 32 years ago after my grandmother moved from her house to a flat above Elsie's. They became friends quite quickly, and as Grandma got older and less able to do things, she'd go upstairs, keep her company. They'd always watch Countdown. It was at Grandma's that I met her for the first time. My mum went back to work when I was about 6, and every Friday I'd go round to Grandma's because Mum would be working late. And I'd see Elsie, and like I don't know, she might come in for Countdown, and then go, oh no, Robin's there, okay, fair enough. But we'd see her about, and her late husband as well. She told me in later years that when I'd arrived, I was like stomping on the ceiling, like running across the living room. Apparently Art, her husband, would say, oh, Robin's here. One afternoon when Elsie went up to Grandma's to watch Countdown with her, this was like by that point she had a key. She found her, she'd had a stroke, and called my mum, stayed with her, went out to the hospital with her while Mum was able to go, and my mum came from work, and so she did a lot for Grandma right up until the end. And after my grandmother died, on a Friday, I'd either be picked up by Elsie, or my granddad on my dad's side would pick me up and take me to his. It was kind of like every Friday I'd either go to Elsie's or Granddad's. And so I got to know her a bit better, and I got to know her cat at the time. He was like, Elsie loved cats and animals. But she slowly became part of the family, really. She'd come to events, birthday events, and then about 4 or 5 years later, my granddad died as well, and so after he died, it was always Elsie's I went to on a Friday, and even when I was old enough to not need to go somewhere on a Friday, I'd go around and see Elsie because I liked seeing her. I liked watching. What did we watch? Ken Dodd. She had a DVD of Ken Dodd's An Audience With, and we watched 40 Towers, and she'd always go ooh whenever someone would say the word bloody or bleeding or something like that. And like I say, she had cats. She had a little cat Tilly for years, and then she had a succession of other cats, and so she'd spoil them. She'd spoil me. She'd always give me some money. She'd always, even now, I'm 27 years old, she still was giving me money. She still, whenever she saw Mum, she'd give her a tenner and say, give that to Rob. She was just kind to people. Up and down the road, she would help out up and down the road with various people. She'd say, oh, I'm helping the old dear up the road. The old dear probably was about 2 years older, or sometimes even younger than she was. About 5 years ago, whenever it was, 4.5, 5 years ago, she helped me out with a documentary I was doing.
Well, you came round here to visit me one afternoon, and you told me that you were gay. Well, I must admit, I had an inkling, the way you treated me. No, that sounds funny, does it?
She was basically my third grandma. My other grandparents had died before I was born, and Grandma and my granddad were the two that I knew, and when they passed, Elsie was all I had in terms of a grandparent.
Do you feel it changed our relationship at all?
Oh dear, no, never will.
She was always very active. We used to say, you wouldn't believe that she's the age she is by the amount of things that she does. She's always going off here, going off there, going to see relatives at the far end of the country, either end of the country, and you think, how can you be doing this at your age? But she just did. It was only the last year or so that she got a bit more frail. And even at the very end, she went on her own terms, basically. She had a stroke the week before Christmas, and the doctor said, oh, probably be 1 or 2 days. This was on the Monday, and not only did she survive until the Saturday, which was Christmas Eve and her 89th birthday, but she survived for Christmas Day and she passed away on Boxing Day. She wasn't going to go without a fight. She'd always been there for us, and in the past few years, at separate times, both of my parents have had serious illnesses, and she's always been asking after. She talked to my mum. She'd say, "How are you?" And she'd ask after my dad, and I mean my brothers had some problems as well. So like asked for my brother, and always asked after me as well. And even when you try to do something for her, she said, "Oh no, you've got enough on." Even after most of the stress had passed, like after they both recovered, she said, "Oh no, you've got enough on." And I mean, we would be more than happy to do something for her. She was that kind of person, selfless. And all year she was saying to my mum, "When John gets better, when Max feels like it, I'll treat you to a meal. We'll go out for a meal. It'll treat you on me." All year. And November, my birthday, for my birthday, we took her out, or rather, we all went out to a pub. It was just to a Wetherspoons, but it was nice. It was a nice afternoon, and after that we went over to my brother's and had a cup of tea and a cake there or something like that as well. And it was nice, and she enjoyed it. I'm so happy that we were able to do that, because 3.5 weeks later. But that's who she was. She was a genuinely lovely person, indomitable. She was a real gem, and she will be missed.
Thank you. That was...
Oh, I don't know about that.
Elsie, that was great. That really was. That was really great.
Well, I always have been a talker, but...